Hospitals across the country, in my area and across America, there has been a record number of patients in the emergency room across America. The most vulnerable, the elderly, and our children. Also, those who have preconditioned illnesses are vulnerable to the cold weather that's approaching the United States. We're getting ready for a cold winter. El Nino weather from East Coast to West Coast. It's time to brace. It's time to get our warm coats out the closet. And it's time to mask up. Now, of course, thousands of Americans are still being affected by the C19. Vaccines and boosters are being given across the country at a high rate. Now we are dealing with respiratory illnesses. One illness to another. It just don't stop. As the weather gets cold, we have to expect more illnesses, more flu viruses, more viruses to begin with that can hamper our spirit here in America. The elderly, as well as the children, are impacted by respiratory illnesses. Runny noses, coughing, sneezing, and wheezing is affecting all Americans, a majority of all Americans. This could be you. But more than often, it's our kids, our children, the young people. Pediatric hospitals, they're pretty much struggling to keep up with the amount of children getting sick and what most is calling the early start of flu season. Kids are in emergency rooms and intensive care units regarding RSV, the respiratory syncytial virus, and even pneumonia, which initially starts with the common cold. Coughing, sneezing, slight temperature, which normally lasts for a few days. But in this new wave of sickness, our children is getting the worst. Our children is resulting in accumulating this cold by buildup of mucus, non-stop coughing, and breathing. Breathing is hard. Kids are out there is having a hard time breathing due to the RSV. You might see signs in your kids such as difficulty eating, difficulty sleeping. They're not as active as they would be. They're not running around. They're not jumping. They're not nagging you every minute or every hour. It's severe. Pediatricians advise contacting your doctor should be sought. Only if you can't be effective with home remedies or over-the-counter medicines. Now listen up. Remember, as the winter is approaching, don't leave home without your mask. Staying masked up is important in preventing colds, especially if you're not the one to take vaccines, especially if you're not the one to take shots regarding flu, regarding C19. You have to stay masked up. It is important in preventing colds and passing colds to other people. As the holidays approach, and you already know, people are out more. They're out in family gatherings, they're out at parties, and they're out shopping. In most cases, when you're out in social gatherings, there's always, anybody can contest to this, there's always someone sneezing and hacking and coughing in public without their mask, without even covering their mouth or their nose. There's some nasty people out there, and you must stay protected. Let's think smart, people. Let's think smart. Let's mask up, dress warm when needed, or even stay yourself at home when needed. Order in, shop online, do what you have to do to stay out of the presence of other people when needed. There's a lot of sick people out there. There's a lot of people that's not masking up out there. There's a lot of people that won't even tell you that they have what they have and will just pass it on. Now, flu season has pretty much arrived early this year. There has been an uptick in hospitalizations. Come on now. Even the CDC has mentioned that flu season arrived earlier than usual. And flu-related hospitalizations have not been this high at this point since the H1N1 swine flu pandemic back in 2009. CDC recommends that anyone 6 months or older, that's right, CDC recommends that anyone 6 months or older get the flu shot, with rare exceptions. As our nation braces a cold winter, the coldest winter ever, from the East Coast to the West Coast, we are on alert. And we're not on lockdown. That's right, we're not even on lockdown. You don't hear government agencies, you don't hear city officials making us aware of this rampant flu virus that has been the highest since 2009. We're not on lockdown, nor are we mandated to wear masks, not even indoors. You don't hear in the news talking about this, so I came to give you the news, which I need to advise everyone, every subscriber, to mask up. Protect your health. This winter season, the elderly is vulnerable, our kids are vulnerable, everyone's health is vulnerable. So take your daily vitamins, wash your hands, get your flu shot, and vaccines if needed. And please, once again, wear that mask. Peace. I'm out.